Hiya men and women and everybody else who cares to watch me ramble on about some old garbage. It's that time again. It's the August monthly update, and well, I say monthly update. It's probably every 2 or 3 months, isn't it? I do them. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. I want to start off with a great big thank you to everyone. 9,000 subscribers now. It's just crazy. The level of growth is exponential. You know, it took me a long time to get to 1,000, and then a bit less to get to 2,000, and then, you know, it seems like every couple of weeks now we're hitting another 1,000 milestone. Obviously, there's a lot of interest in what's going on. So yeah, thanks very much. I also want to thank everyone who's contributed to the channel. Obviously, there's a long list of names of people going way back and have made 1 or 2 contributions, but I'll just name those people now that have contributed in July and August. So thanks very much to James Mower, Iran Ousley, Richard Ward, Richard Svensson, Jason Rucker and Peter Butcher, Richard Jones, Elaine Schmidt, Wendy Hickson, Anthony Guerra, Michael McCabe, great message from you, thanks Michael, and Leslie Beaumont. So yeah, thanks very much for all you guys. A lot of you there have been sort of donating to the channel all year. There's a few people that come in, donate the odd sort of 5, 10, 20 pounds, whatever. It's all sitting in a kitty. The money that's gone into PayPal hasn't been touched, and there's the money that's gone into Patreon has been transferred into PayPal, and it just sitting there to get camera and lighting and stuff. And obviously with you guys making your kind donations, it's just going up. So when we get a camera and lighting and stuff, then that money can buy kits and stuff, or you can perhaps choose what I buy and review for you. But anyway, thank you very much guys. It is very, very much appreciated. Projects. So what have I been working on? What have I been doing? I've been a little bit quiet this week or the last few days. I've been busy doing other stuff which I'm going to cover in a moment, but it seems to be there's been, my last video, some comments were made. I think it was in the B52 beginners build video I did, and it turned into a bit of a fight, and basically somebody commented about me not finishing kits and just going forward, and then somebody sort of came on and defended me, and then somebody came on and defended the original poster, so it got a bit heated, but then it's all quietened down now and all gone away. I am guilty of not finishing projects. I love starting projects. I don't enjoy finishing them. Whether I've got some kind of issue, bipolar disease or whatever, I don't know, but I have finished a lot of projects. The thing that annoys me is when people come on and say, I've been watching your channel from the start and I've never seen you finish a model. Well, if you've never seen me finish a model, you haven't been watching me from the start, because there's been a lot that have been finished. There's been a lot that haven't, but there have been a lot that have been finished. So just go and look, and there's playlists on them and everything. So yeah, so because of that, you know, I need to try and make a bigger effort to get off my ass and get these things finished. So I have been working yesterday and today on this. I'll give you a sneak preview. I think those of you that know what I've been doing will know what that is. In fact, I'll give you another little clue. So I think those of you that know what I've been doing. The only trouble is, for that particular model, I've lost 2 parts. And they're 2 major parts. They're the idlers, the bogies that hold the idlers on. I've lost them, and I don't know where they are. So I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll have to wait and see. So anyway, so that's what I've been working on now. The Sherman, which you can see up there, it's up there sat up on a block to stop it rolling off the shelf. I need to get back into that. That's only a couple of more parts and that should be finished, so we'll get that one done as well. And basically I am going to listen to what people are saying, and I am currently and have been for the last 10 days been working on a project that I'm doing a video on, a total start to finish, and I will see what kind of response it gets. Much like the Willys Jeep I did, the Tamiya Willys Jeep was start to finish 100%, you know, from basically opening the bags to, you know, weathering, and that was all one video rather than you know, the various drawn out parts and stuff. The trouble is, a lot of people like to see what I do. They like to watch my channel and like to pick up the techniques and the tools and the tips and everything, which you won't get so much of on someone like Plasma. I'll use Plasma as an example because he's got a very, very big following. He's a fantastic YouTuber. He gets on there, he shows you the model, he builds it, he takes video with it while he's building it. At the end of the day, you've got a finished model and it's beautiful. You don't get so much of the tips and techniques, and I get a lot of people email me and I get a lot of comments, and you've only got to go and look at my videos. A lot of people love the way I do this and the way I show you everything, show you my mistakes, show you when it goes wrong and show you how to get out of it. And you know, it's kind of, everybody likes a different kind of style and you can't please all the people all the time. So I need to take your comments on board. So A, I need to start bloody finishing things, and B, I need to start just doing videos that are one build, woof, you know, from start to finish, one video. And then, I mean, I've actually got like 3 on the go that are start to finish videos, but I get so fed up with working on a particular kit. I think because I get so engrossed in it and start modifying it and adding detail and stuff, and I need to just bloody build something and just make it. So I'm going to carry on doing what I do now. I'm going to do my videos with the you know, the part 17 or whatever, and I'll also try and do some videos where I do the start to finish one. But the one that I've been working on for the last few days, that should be up very soon. It's all painted. There's been a lot of filler work and a lot of problems with seams reappearing and stuff, which we talk about. So that's where we are. The other thing I've been doing is B52 Noses. As you know, I don't need to show you, the Model Collect kits, all the noses are a joke. The Italeri kits, all the noses are a joke, and there's a lot of other jokes on them as well. The only really, really good, excuse me, 70 seconds, get some beer. The only really good 72nd scale B52 out there, shape-wise, is the old Revell Monogram kit. That one there, and that one there. And basically that's the one I'm going to be doing the beginner's video on. Now, I've had some comments, people saying that that's not a beginner's kit. Well, in their skill level 3, they've got 3 levels, it's skill level 2. And let's bear in mind, that model came out in 1968. And in 1968, models were made for kids. So I think it probably is a beginner's model. I think anyone could build that. I think somebody picking up their 2nd or 3rd kit could build that. Maybe not their first, but you know, who knows? With my video, my tuition and my guidance, they probably could. So I think it is a beginner's kit. It's not difficult. I mean, it's a very, very low parts count. It's nice big parts to handle. There's nothing fiddly. So, and you're going to learn a lot about seams and putting back the raised panel lines and everything. So basically there we are. I think it is a beginner's kit, but basically I've gone off track. So yeah, the B52 noses, I have now made the resin nose for the early G. So that is the, excuse me, that is the early G nose, and that's how it comes out of the mold. There it is with its flash thing on it, with its moulding plug on it. So all you got to do is snap that off, and then you'll have a bit of a joint to sand there, a bit of a seam to sand down. But basically I've got to put some instructions together, which I'll talk more about in a minute, and then basically all you do is just, with that, you just slot that up in there and glue it in place. And as you can see, I mean, I've got here, here's the Model Collect G nose, and you can see mine is not a lot different in shape. They got it quite right, but when you actually look at it from above, you can see there's a lot of difference. Around this area here, around here, it's about, mine's about 5-6 mil narrower than that one. This is way too fat. All the Model Collect noses are too fat around the cockpit. So there we go. So that's I've done that. What's the other thing I want to talk about? HPH. You've all seen my reviews of the HPH 148 scale B52. And if you remember, if you watched those, I had a flaw in the glazing, on the cockpit glazing, and I thought, no, I want to get another one, because I'm sure that's not a mould issue. It's an issue with that part. They've had a problem with that one part. So I emailed them and I said, you know, is there any chance you could send me another one? I'll happily return this one. No, don't worry about it, Nigel, we'll send you another one. So another one came, it got lost in the post and it turned up eventually. And then that one had a couple of little flecks on it. And when I looked at it, I thought it looks like pieces of resin flash that have broken off the, you know, the plug and just stuck on the surface. And I should imagine the person that looked at it before it was sent thought exactly the same, but it's actually in the resin. So another problem there. Emailed them again. Yeah, we'll send you another one. So there's another one on the way. That's customer service. Fantastic customer service. So thank you very much, Kate, if you're watching this video, and thank you very much all at HPH. You must bloody hate me, but I'm sure that the third one will be absolutely perfect. So there we go. Going back to these B52 noses, I'm going to be putting together an instructional video of how to cut your kit up and how to fit this nose. Okay, the reason I'm doing that is, I don't want to spend the time doing instructions. Okay, if I do a paper instruction, it means I've got to print it out with every nose I send out and send it, and people could misinterpret certain things because the written word is never as good as it being spoken. So what I'm going to do is like an instructional video, and then when anybody wants to get one of these noses from me, I can send the link to the YouTube video. So I'm kind of using my YouTube channel as a means of getting across how to fit the nose. It'll also quite be interesting for anybody who's into cutting up kits and doing modifications. I suppose it'll be quite interesting. So that's what I'm going to do. Now that video will be entitled something like fitting Nigel's modelling bench resin nose to your B52. Sorry guys, I had to stop there because the dog started barking. So yeah, that video is going to be entitled something like fitting a resin nose or Nigel's modelling bench nose to your B52. And that will be referred to for as long as people want to buy these noses from me. So if in 6 months time somebody says, you know, can I get one of these noses from you, or I put them on eBay or something, then basically I'll link them to that video. So therefore any comments made on that video that aren't directly linked to that video, I'm going to delete. Okay, so if anyone comes on there and says, you know, what about the Sherman, when are we going to finish the Sherman, I'll just delete it. If somebody comes on there and says, just a quick question, do you think Tamiya Extra Thin or Mr. Hobby Glue is best, I'm going to delete it. If the video doesn't directly relate to, if the question or the comment doesn't directly relate to that video, I'm going to delete it, because I don't want, you know, a string of comments underneath the video talking about something completely different. Because sometimes, you know, somebody will ask a question like, do you think Vallejo paint is better than AK paint? And I'll reply, I don't really think it is. No, I don't like either. And then someone like, oh, you're crazy. I've used AK and Vallejo for years. I don't have any problems with it. I much prefer them to Tamiya. And then someone will say, oh yeah, but Tamiya's rubbish on the brush and Vallejo's brilliant on the brush. And I'll comment, yeah, I agree with that. Vallejo's brilliant on the brush. Tamiya's awful on the brush. And you end up with this great string of comments that don't relate to the video. And the whole purpose of the video is an instructional guide on how to fit one of these resin noses. So I'm sorry if you think I'm rude, or at the time you get your video, your comment taken down. I mean, what I may well do is reply and then take it down. So anyway, so yeah, that's how that's going to be. Drill jigs for the Titanic portholes. I'm out at the moment. I've had a few people contact me, about 8 or 9 people. If you do want any of those drill jigs, let me know, and I'll make some more. There's going to be one more run, and that's going to be it, because you know, keep doing drips and drabs, it's just not worth it. So if anybody's interested, let me know and I'll do one more run. And finally, the B52 requests I made, I've had absolutely no response whatsoever. I would like to buy an Italeri B52G and a Model Collect B52H, both in 1/72 scale, from someone's stash, please. If you've got one that it's started, or the box is crushed, or you just don't want it anymore, and you're happy to sell it for a reasonable price, then please get in touch via email. It's nigelsmodelingbench@gmail.com, 2 L's in modelling. Most people get that wrong. I need to change something, because a lot of people put 1 L, and I found out that apparently the other side of the pond in the USA or whatever, Modelling is spelt with one L, and over here it's two L's, so that's why we get the problems. And also, that's one other quick thing. There seems to be an issue at the moment with Gmail. Certainly on my phone, if I click on an email, it deletes it. And somebody, Mike, has been getting in touch with me, and he keeps sending me emails saying, did you get the last one? And I'm replying and saying, no, I didn't. And then he said, did you not get that email? And it's a bit like we're sending each other emails and neither of us are receiving them. So I don't know what's going on there. But hopefully it'll get sorted in the next few days. So if you've sent me an email, you've asked me a question and you've had no response, send it again. And if you still get no response, send it again. Because I try to respond to everything, even if it's yeah, that'll work fine. Or, you know, because if I get up in the morning, there's 20 emails and there's questions, you know, can I use Mr. Surfacer on cellulose paint? You know, yeah, that's fine. And I'll just move along to the next one. I won't get into a sort of long discussion about it because I simply don't have time. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This video of the thing that I'm working on now will be up with you very, very soon. Once that's done, we'll get on with the Sherman, which I really don't want to do, but I'm going to get it done anyway. And we also need to get started on that B52, the Revell. I'm going to do a preparations video first for beginners, people that may have, you know, picked this kit up and it may only be their second or third kit. There's a couple of bits and pieces we need together, like the right paints, and we also need to get some 20 thou plastic card together and stuff. So I'm just going to put a video up for those people, just to sort of help them along the way. And just to help get them prepared. They can get on Amazon and order their whatever they need, or go to the local hobby shop wherever they are in the world. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all very soon, and stay safe, stay indoors if you have to, and let's just hope this bloody thing doesn't come back, which it looks like it may do. I don't know. Bye for now, guys.